welcome to live chat. Reminder.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, we're down at.
We are down at the Battery at the Braves Stadium. We are just hanging out outside because the drum line for the Braves is supposed to be practicing back over there. We were told because we're staying down here at our hotel. So we're just hanging out on the grassy knoll. So we figured we'd just hang out with you guys.
Yeah.
Maybe talk about how our week's been. What we did this week.
Yeah, we did a lot of stuff. As usual, we're all around.
Always doing something. But yeah, so we've been staying down at the Battery the last 2 nights. We got in 2 nights ago from LA. It was kind of like a late flight. And then the next day we woke up and we took a tour of the Braves field. So there is going to be a video coming out with that whole tour in it. And then we came back, we took a nap, and then we went to a concert last night. And there will also be a video covering the concert.
Yeah.
And today we just kind of took it easy. We didn't do a whole lot today. I slept till 1. Adjusting from West Coast to East Coast time is so hard. It's not easy.
I think they're testing out the lights. Yeah, they're testing out the stadium lights. That's why the lights are like blinking around us. So it's like, what's that? So they're doing a ton of construction down here, and like freshening things up because the season starts April 5th is the Braves' first game here. So they're just kind of running through everything. We got to hear yesterday morning. We were woken up at probably about 7 a.m. by the stadium alarm system.
It's going whack, whack, whack.
For a good like hour and a half, 2 hours. At first I just thought I was dreaming, and then we realized that it was not dreaming. We were just the worst outcome because we had just gotten there at like 2 in the morning.
We had just fallen asleep, I think.
And we had a tour at 10, and so we were hoping to get some sleep in between those 2 times, but it started going off at 7. So yeah, that was not what we expected to happen. But It was just funny. And then finally they got that cut off. But they're doing everything from like painting sidewalks. They're painting the pool where we're staying.
Yep. All of the they're redoing a bunch of stuff in the stadium. They were doing signs. We actually watched them in the last 24 hours change a restaurant over from one beer company to another.
To Blue Moon.
Yeah. Like literally this morning it said the Terrapin Brews, and then like this afternoon we walked out and it said Blue Moon.
Yeah, we're like,
that's new-ish. So yeah, so we're just hanging out here, and the Braves game is up on the TV. I'll show you guys that.
MLB. Close your eyes, MLB. Close your eyes.
We're live streaming a live stream.
That's what it looks like.
Here is what the Battery looks like. In case you've never been down here. Honestly, this place is a vibe.
It definitely has ebbs and flows. It was really early. It was really busy probably like 2 hours ago. And now it's just kind of died down almost completely.
Yep. Even lunchtime it was busy too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, we checked out some of the stores and stuff this afternoon. We'll be doing a video about that too.
There's the tape bag.
Creating content.
Yeah.
We learned some interesting facts on the tour too.
Yeah? What's the most interesting fact you learned?
There's an elevator company called KT Elevators. It's like a 30-story building that's like, it's right behind the Comcast building. You can't see it right now because the Comcast building's blocking it. But basically they have Wonkavators in there. They go sideways, up and down. And
they had express elevators, slow elevators. They had 18 different elevator shafts.
And that's apparently where they do all of their like testing creation. It's like the biggest elevator company, I think it's from Germany. And they're supposed to be like one of the biggest elevator companies. That was probably the coolest like non-Braves thing that we learned there. It was pretty cool.
That was a really awesome tour. Our tour guide was really good, honestly. I would do another stadium tour, for sure.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're thinking about doing the Dodgers one next because we're going to be out there.
Yeah, we're going to a Dodgers game in a couple weeks. We're excited about that, so definitely subscribe to the channel.
Yeah, because we'll be doing the fancy experience at the Dodgers game.
Yep, we're doing the Baseline Club. We're gonna be I think just past first base, but we're in the second row, so we're pretty close to the field. And then within the Baseline Club, you get like all you can eat and drink, minus alcohol. But we're gonna try that out. So we're gonna have like premium seats, we're gonna have like premium stuff, and it's when they play the Braves. So
Yeah. It'll be fun to watch.
it's gonna be an interesting game because obviously we like Freddie and we want to see Freddie do well, but we also want to see our Braves do well. So, you know. Now, interesting thing to talk about is we're staying at the Omni down here at the Battery, and it has been honestly probably one of the best hotel stays we've had in Atlanta.
Agree. Yeah.
The
The
staff
staff
is-
has been super nice. They were really helpful, like picking stuff out. They recommended going on the stadium tour, and the room's nice. It's very dude-centered though, just in case you.
This
know.
whole area is like bro central. Even the Battery,
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's totally like there's just guys.
finance
everywhere.
bros,
If you're
all the
interested
way.
in guys, this might be a place to visit.
Yep. If you are looking to find you a man of some shape or flavor,
There's a lot of them here.
there's a lot here. There is so many here, and it's just like dude vibes down here. Like even our room, like
So our room in the shower doesn't have a shampoo and conditioner. It just has a body wash, shampoo, and conditioner all in one. I was like, well, that tells you who they're expecting to stay here.
yeah.
I've never been in a hotel that didn't have both shampoo and conditioner.
It
so-
kind of made me think of Circa. When we stayed at Circa, it kind of made me think of Circa because Circa was like that too. Circa was very like bro central. Just like the feel of the room, the vibes of the room, like everything that was in the room.
Yeah. Yeah. And you get it's not as bad as stadium swim, by the way. It probably would be on game days, but it's not going to last as long, so it's not as bad. But you definitely can hear the stadium from our room, and we're not that close to the field. I mean, the hotel's close, so you're going to be close in general, but we're probably towards the Battery side more than the field, and it's still decent views.
Yeah, if I crouch down in my room, I can kind of see the field. And we're on the 6th floor, so like our room is on the 6th floor, and as you can see, that right there is the Omni Hotel.
Yeah, and the pool is on the 5th floor. The one that you're looking
Just
at
like right there. That's the floor that the pool is on.
Well, that's technically the 4th. That's the one below. It's like a walking deck, but you walk up that to the 5th, and that's the pool.
But yeah, like there's really like I mean, it's ebbs and flows with people out here. Like some people come out here, like it was really busy earlier. But yeah, we're just like hanging out on the lawn right now, just like watching the game. It's on a commercial right now. But if you have never been down to the Battery, like honestly, I would say like definitely come down here. And it's crazy busy on game days, like crazy busy.
Yeah.
Like you can't even.
Well, you can see it in some of our videos on the channel. We've been here twice for games and logged them.
Yeah,
So-
we're gonna come back and we're gonna do a game we're gonna try the Delta Sky Club.
360 or something like that?
Yeah, we're gonna try that one next time because that I think is gonna be the closest to the Dodgers Baseline Club. So we're gonna give that a try, and then not sure what we're gonna do the next time, but we want to try like all of the different types of ways that we can experience the Braves because why not?
Why not? You only live once, y'all.
Exactly.
We sat out in the sun and cooked for them, so we should at least try the fancy stuff.
Right. I will say this though, when we took our stadium tour, we were a little disappointed with the seats for the Delta 360 Club.
Oh, I thought she was going to say we were a little disappointed. We saw a blooper from a distance and he didn't say hello. And at least
Oh my
come
god,
meet
yeah,
us.
I was so sad that we didn't get to meet Boober. Like, had we been in like I think if we had been in the first tour,
No, I think we were the first tour. I don't think they do 9 o'clocks right now. So I think we were technically the first tour.
yeah, I think if we had been in like down on the field when he was down there, we might have just gotten just lucky enough that we could have met him. But
Yeah.
Blooper man, coming for you. I gotta get my photo this year with Blooper. It's my goal.
It's your goal, huh?
But yeah, as you can see, like right behind us, there's like the Chop House sign. There's like another restaurant right there. There's the hotel we're staying at. We ate at this restaurant, the National Anthem.
Yeah, we ate yesterday.
We ate there yesterday, and it was pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah, I had the ribeye steak frites. I wouldn't get that. But
here was the problem. They were doing a special event, so the restaurant itself was actually closed, so we had to go eat it at the bar. And I don't think the restaurant itself was paying attention to any of the orders that came in, and they like way overcooked its steak. Like way overcooked it.
Yeah.
But our servers were great. Like they were super sweet.
Oh, yeah, staff was awesome.
Made me a kick-ass drink, so I was happy. The food was good, but like we still, every time we try to like go pop into the restaurant, we're like it's closed. Like, okay. All right then.
It seems like they busy themselves up with conferences is the word I'm looking for. They just do conferences in the off season, which is good for them, smart. So that's kind of why the hotel's busy at this time instead of the games.
Yeah, so last night, okay, so let's talk about last night. Last night was a thing. My blood sugar is going high. I dosed, but I'm still going high. It is what it is. I'm 270, but I drank 2 sugary drinks and I ate a steak. What can I say? And I've been walking the last 2 days, so I don't really know. I don't know why. But hang on, let me switch hands here. So last night we went to downtown Atlanta. And downtown Atlanta is sketch.
It's a vibe.
It's sketch. More specifically, we went to the Underground and we went to the Masquerade for a concert. Now, it's a very gentrified area, and there's a lot of homeless people down there.
Well, no. It's on the outskirts of gentrified areas is what I would call it. Because the Underground has not been very gentrified. Like the sign pulling up for the Underground, for those who've never been there, like 90% of the sign is missing. It just says O-U-N-D at this point. But you can kind of see the
outline. It's very grunge.
Like,
it looks very grungy. And like if you were to walk in there, like you would be like, is this place actually open? Like, there's a lot of homeless people down there, which whatever, like it is what it is. Like these people have nowhere to go, so no hate towards them. But they have also had like a lot of shootings down there. So I think within the Underground itself, like where we were at, we were fine because there was security. But like once you leave that area, it does get a little questionable. But that doesn't really point to our story. Our story begins, we went to a concert last night. We went to the VIP meet and greet, great, cool. So we were the first, 30 people there?
20.
Yeah.
Probably.
So we were like the first group of people there, and it was general admission, standing room only. It is what it is, right? Like, I mean, that's a concert. That's what it is. And if you've not, like, everybody's been to a concert, or at least people our age probably have been to some type of concert, and you understand what general admission is. That means like standing room only. You go where you go.
It was just a bar.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was just a bar.
And so we went to the meet and greet with the band that we came to see. We didn't really know the first 2 acts, so just to give our knees and our feet a break, we went outside the venue and sat down for the first 2 acts, which was about roughly an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at the most.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah. It was closer to an hour and a half, probably.
So we were sitting outside the venue waiting, and we finally went out. We went back in because the first 2 acts were over. But in the middle, sort of ish, the back middle of the bar was where they had the sound stage for the bands. And then there was like a metal barricade surrounding that. So we figured we would position ourselves back along that barricade so we could kind of like lean back against the barricade and kind of maybe put some relax on our feet. So we came in, there was a space open. Gary snuck in, I stood in front of him. We're standing there, like a good 2-3 minutes goes by. We're filming, just kind of like the vibes. People are singing to the background music that they have going. Great, cool. All of a sudden, the girl behind me, she's like, I have been here this entire time. Like, how dare you come in here and stand in front of me? Keep in mind, we're in the back. We are in the back. The only thing behind us is the bar. So you can't go any further back. So wouldn't you think that if you were standing in the back, like eventually somebody's going to stand in front of you? It's not like we were up at the front. And so we just kind of ignored it and played it off. We're like, okay, whatever, this girl's drunk. And
yeah, she skipped that part. This girl.
We genuinely tried to like just ignore her. And all of a sudden she just keeps talking. Like she just keeps going. And so I turned around and I was like, this is a fucking concert. Like, calm down. Like, Jesus, like, slow your roll. And then she went off. I don't even honestly remember exactly what she said, but I do remember she said, fuck you. And Gary was like, okay, yeah, sure, anytime, whatever. And it kind of shut her up for a second. And so we were just like, okay, maybe she's going to leave us alone. She did not leave us alone. She continued. And then her boyfriend got involved, her husband. I don't know who he was. And he got in my face. He got like this close to my face. And I was just like, whoa. Like, I put my hands up. I was like, whoa, dude. Like, you need to back off. Like, this is ridiculous. And I think he backed off for like a second. And then she started like chirping again. And I was like, I am not dealing with this. And I went and I grabbed security. And I was like, I went to security. And at that point, I had actually started crying. I'm not going to lie. I'm an emotional crier. If I'm happy, if I'm sad, if I'm angry, if I'm frustrated, doesn't matter what emotion it is, it comes out as crying. And she was like, oh, boo-hoo, are you crying? I'm like, yeah, because you're a bitch. I'm like, it's a concert, like, it's a show. Like, can't we all just, like, get along? Like, come on. And so I was not having any more of it. So I walked over to security. I was like, look, there is this couple, like, all we did was stand next to them. We're standing in the back. And she's complaining that I'm standing in front of her, even though I'm standing in front of my husband. And I was okay with dealing with her because she was drunk, like, whatever, like, what are you going to do to me? But when her boyfriend, husband, whoever the hell he was, got in my face, I was like, no. And I told him, like, he got, like, right up in my face. And so the security guard, I had actually talked to them earlier in the night because we were asking to see if there was somewhere we could sit. And it just didn't go anywhere. So he had already known our face. Yeah, like, he had already known our faces. Like, I had already talked to him once that night. And so he was like, well, if they continue to harass you, just let me know. Like, we'll kick them out. Like there's no excuse for
security on like scooters here. It's kind of funny. It's like a heavy duty. It's like a robo mall bar.
It's a mall cop. Paul Blart Mall Cop.
It's a RoboCop mall.
And so I was like, okay, cool. I'll let you know if they keep bugging me. So I walked back over to them. I was like, look, if you guys don't leave us alone, security is going to come over here, and they said they're going to kick you out. So please. I don't want anybody to get kicked out. And I told the security that too. I was like, I don't want anybody to get kicked out. It's a show. Everybody deserves to be here, you know, whatever. And so I guess that must have pissed her off even more. And so she started running her mouth again. But at that point, she actually, I don't remember her saying too much more. I think her boyfriend really started getting more heavily involved at that point.
So she's sort of skipping around, but like she was just yelling at the security guard at that point because she came back with the security guards and she was like, blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, so what happened? And then she's like, well, they stood in front of me. And the security guard's like, well, it's a general admission. I don't know what you'd like me to do, ma'am. I mean, that's just, this is a...
And they were just like going off. Like they were absolutely like going off with her.
And then the security guard, the second one came up. And so the first one switched and started talking to us and the second one took them. And then the second one's like, so what's going on? And like, I honestly have no idea. Like, they just got angry all of a sudden, and they were like very angry and aggressive, and it was really weird. And he's like, you know, I have an idea. And I was like, okay. And he's like, just follow me. And so we followed them, and he just took us backstage, and we got to sit next to the stage in the back.
So we sat backstage for the rest of the show, which honestly, huge shout out to the security at the masquerade. Like, they were huge. Like. We don't know what happened to that other couple. We actually think they probably got kicked out at that point because we're pretty sure that them taking us backstage to go sit
would have sent her over the edge.
Sent her probably over the edge because they were. And what was weird is I personally do not think that they were just drunk. I think they were drunk and on something.
I'll make that statement, but yeah. And then when we go to leave. We're just going to leave. The concert ended. Great concert by This Wildlife, by the way. Really cool.
Yeah.
Wish you guys would have had a longer set. But other than that, you know, it was really cool. We go out and we're waiting and we go to the other side and we're just standing there waiting for people to leave because it was, you know, it's like there's maybe 500 people there.
Maybe.
But they all have to like, you know, tunnel out of a door like every concert. And the security guard comes up to me and he's like, hey, sorry about that. He's like, I appreciate you not getting upset and like just getting upset at them.
Yeah, you guys were calm. Like you guys were really nice about the situation, and I was like, yeah, like it's okay. Like,
hey, you gave us back seats. You can't beat that.
Yeah, so. Which was really nice because I have a knee issue going on right now, and we're still working on Gary's foot issue. So it ended up working out really great for us. We were actually backstage with this other family that we met during the meet and greet. that had a disabled daughter. So, and she was super cute. Like she was like maybe 5 or 6, but she was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, they got the set list.
Yeah, and they got the set list at the end of the show. So we were like, oh yeah, that's super cool. So honestly,
it was going to be a great night anyways. It was just weird. Like, it's just weird. Going to so many concerts, and it was just, they were drunk, really. I mean, drunk and whatever else, but they were just like, you know.
Well, she kept saying like, oh, we've been here this whole time. And we were like, dude, we were in the VIP. You weren't in the VIP. So like, clearly you weren't here before us. And she was like, fine, go up on the balcony. And we're like, what? Like, what does that even have anything to do with this? Like, she just kept saying like, we were here, we were here, we were here. But like, there was an empty space. We went into the empty space.
Concerts.
And yeah,
it was
like,
just, you know, it's just what it was.
So it was, and
so
then
legit tip: if you ever have to deal with very intoxicated people at a concert
or at a bar,
don't be afraid to talk to other people.
Yeah,
no need to deal with it alone.
No, like it's just, yeah. I'm glad like we didn't end up having to leave the concert, because there was a part of me that thought that we were just gonna have to leave, because I wasn't gonna tolerate somebody getting in my face, and to be a dude. Like right up here in my face, like I'm sorry, like how little is your penis? I think at one point small dick energy was said by the other couple, and I was like, okay. We're like, who's got a small dick here? Like, yeah, it was.
Anyways.
It was it was an interesting night.
Yeah.
But the meet and greet was really fun. Like we had a lot of fun. If you guys want to see some pictures and videos from that concert, you can go over to our Instagram. I did post the videos from the concert and pictures from the meet and greet over on our Instagram. Same name, Lostgirlintomorrowland.
Yeah, and again, there'll be a vlog on the channel.
Yeah, we're gonna do. There's a whole video that'll probably come out in the next week or so of that. Yeah, so we are still just hanging out down here.
You can see it off the reflection of the Concats, but not really on the camera.
We're just still hanging out down here at the Battery. The Braves are in spring training, and this is their spring training game against the Yankees. Yeah. So that's what's happening there. And yeah, so nobody's like, there's not a whole lot of people out here. The Braves drumline is supposed to be practicing, but I don't really hear them right now. But maybe we'll go walk around.
I can hear them occasionally drumming. We were hoping they would actually like practice in their little area over there and like do the full practice thing, or even come across the bridge. The bridge is basically for them too. That's where they walk across. They seem to be just practicing in a room at the stadium. So.
Maybe we'll go walk around and show you guys the. Maybe we'll show you guys the Battery. If you guys want to see that, give me a thumbs up. If you do a thumbs up, I'll know you guys want us to go walk around and show you guys what's going on down here. But yeah.
Someone doesn't invest any time into learning how to find the chat. It keeps going live.
There's a chat. Like the chat will pop up. I've done this enough that the chat pops up. I think the chat.
Say hello to people when they enter the room, and you can't see that. You haven't set it up.
Yeah, we're still learning the whole live thing. It's a learning process for us right now, honestly. We want to incorporate more lives this year into the channel. That's one of our goals, because we do have a lot of trips planned and a lot of stuff like where we could go live. And sometimes it's hard to like think of like, okay, well, should we go live? Like we're just sitting, hanging out. Like, do people just want to come sit and hang out with us? Because if you guys do, like, by all means, like, we're all down for that. We would love to just sit and hang out with you guys. And then you can ask us questions, or we can just tell you what's going on. But yeah, this is pretty much what's happening down here. Not a whole lot. Like I said, the Braves are playing the Yankees. They're in Tampa, spring training game. And they're up 3-0 right now, which is awesome. Go Braves. Go Braves. But yeah, that's what we're doing. We're just hanging out.
Yeah, watching the Braves game. Looking pretty good tonight. But I don't know how good the Yankees are going to be, honestly. And it is spring training, so there's always that too. We actually saw them in spring training against the Yankees when we went down to Northport. That was who they were playing as well. You can find that video on our channel.
Yeah, I think that video posted like the other day.
Yep. Last Saturday.
Honestly, I'm ready for baseball season to start. Like, I'm kind of excited.
Oh, yeah, ran it.
I'm excited for baseball season, and right now, like I said, we're gonna go see them play the Dodgers in about a week and a half. April 1st. The game's April 1st that we're gonna go to. So we're gonna go to that game, and then
You're saying, weren't you guys just in LA? Yeah.
No.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we were. Quite literally 48 hours ago, we were in LA.
Yeah.
But we're home for a little bit more than a week. We got a lot of stuff to do.
Yeah, we gotta do our storage. We got accounting stuff for both our businesses. We gotta do that stuff. We got cleaning to do. We got catch-up stuff to do. We gotta like repack. I mean, we've basically been on the road for the past 2 months straight. So.
And summer's not looking any easier.
No.
We are gonna plan to basically stay out in California from probably August. So June and July, essentially. Because I have a concert. We're gonna go see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere. That's gonna be really cool. And it's such a long travel day to go east to west, and I want to just try and like get some more work contracts in. So it just made more sense for us to maybe just stay out there, maybe do a San Diego couple day trip, do some time like down in LA, maybe go to the beach for a couple days.
And there's some like movie and TV sets we want to see that we haven't got to see out there. There's some attractions too that we've seen that we want to visit.
Yeah, we really want to do the VIP tour at Universal Hollywood. Yeah. And it's really hard to schedule that on an off day with my work schedule because I don't necessarily get off work if I work a night shift in time to go. So we're going to try and plan it to go in between like the work schedule.
Testing out the lights. You can actually see it because of the fog. See?
Oh,
They're testing out the lights.
See it right there?
Yeah. They have the, if you've ever seen the stadium, they have the Chick-fil-A cow. And the Chick-fil-A cow is like holding a sign. It's covered up. So I'm guessing they've done a different sign this year because the things on it, either that or they just repainted it and covered it up to try to stop the sun. But they've definitely done something with the Chick-fil-A cow. Things I noticed on our stadium tour and hanging out here.
Maybe we'll just go walk real quick and like walk down and like show the
we can
stadium.
go down to the Roxy.
Yeah. Let's go walk. We'll go walk down to the Roxy and show you guys the situation. The fountains are really cool.
Yeah, they've changed our colors. They didn't change the other sides for some reason.
But yeah, here's another view of the hotel up there. Another view of the grassy knoll. It's red and blue, it looks like, for the Braves. But only one's red, which is weird. There's only that one little corner that's red, and then the rest are blue. So maybe they're testing that out too. There's the security guard on his little monk. Yeah. But yeah, back in there, right there is where the drumline people are practicing right now, which is pretty cool. So we're just gonna go walk around. So they do have like this photo op over here of the 2021 replica World Series ring, which I think is also like super cool that you can take a picture of that. I've taken probably several with this in the background. Gary's gonna go, oh, they're playing. So I'm gonna go see if I can get a little closer. Maybe you guys can kind of hear them. They're just jamming in there, which is super cool. Can't really hear a whole lot, and I don't know if I can zoom. Can I zoom? Ooh. Yeah, now we're back. I think I can zoom when I'm like horizontal, but I don't think I can zoom this way. Yeah, they're just jamming back there. It was pretty cool.
Live on the vlog, live and alive right now on the YouTube.
Pretty cool. They're just back there, like they're literally right there in that room, vibing, jamming. But yeah, so this is actually the Chop House Gate over here at Truist Park. Pretty cool. And then this is what we were talking about earlier. This is the Blue Moon. Now it's the Blue Moon Brewery. It was quite literally the Turpin Brewery earlier today, and then they just officially switched all the signage over. Everybody's kind of cleared out for the most part down here, but you've got like the Yard House over here. There's a couple of other restaurants like down right there. And then if we come, so like, yeah, so this is the new Blue Moon Brewery. It was the Terrapin Tap Room. So it looked, which also had Foxborough's Barbecue. So I'm guessing they don't have Foxborough's Barbecue in there anymore. Because when it was the Terrapin one, it had the Foxborough's Barbecue.
Yeah, I don't know. It could be like that live and have like 17 different restaurants under one roof. And
that kind of makes me sad because like, we've been wanting to try Foxborough's Barbecue because that has been on our bucket list to try, and I don't know if it still has Foxborough's Barbecue in it. All right, so now we're gonna go up these brave steps. It smells like trash. Just gonna say, it smells like trash up here, guys. Usually this is a water fountain right here, and there's usually like kids like splashing and playing in it, but it is off right now because they are painting and they are doing maintenance. And then up here you've got the PBR. You've got Live at the Battery Atlanta, and then you've got Sports and Social. And we had lunch over at Sports and Social today, and I'm gonna tell you guys, it is not worth it. There was a dead cockroach on the floor. Yeah, I can talk about that in a second. Here's the Clubhouse store. So like if you are interested in like coming and getting some Braves gear, they do open at 11 and I think they close at 5. So you can just come down here and buy like great Brave stuff. This is the right field gate entrance over here, which is actually where we picked up our tour when we took our tour of the stadium. They met us out right here. Our tour guide was Peter, and he was actually really nice. He had a lot of information, and funny enough, there was like a whole school that was there that day. So, oh, look, there's one of the drumline guys. Looks like he is wheeling some drum stuff out. Hey, you should ask him if they're gonna drum out here, if they're just gonna drum in there. They might be coming outside to drum, but he is a part of the drumline. Down here, you've got the Coca-Cola Roxy Theater, which they do shows out here, which we have not seen a show out here yet. Haven't really found anybody we want to see. Looks like Aaron Lewis is going to be there.
Oh, yeah?
He went all like super. Yeah, he kind of went a little like religious.
I wonder what the top up there with the fluorescent lights that are all like different colors. I wonder what that is.
Yeah, that's a cool looking room.
I know. I saw it when we were walking up there.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. So anyways, going back to Sports and Social, we had lunch there today, and we sat down at the table, and we were there for about maybe 15 minutes. And Gary's like, I don't want to startle you, but when you get a chance, look behind you. Sure enough, there was a dead cockroach on the floor.
Yeah, but in fairness, it's all outside, so we could have just got it from the outside.
Right, yeah.
It wasn't good though, so.
Yeah, the food was like, I'm just going to clean my camera here so you guys don't have all that glare. Yeah, the food was not that good.
They made a Philly cheesesteak without cheese in it, yeah. It was cheese wedge, and there was probably like a small little scoop of cheese sauce.
Yeah, I had a chicken and rice bowl, and it was so bland, so bland. Do you want to walk that way? Because there's not really a whole lot down there. There's not really a whole lot this way either, but we can show you the store.
The battery,
yeah.
There's some stores, there's a couple restaurants a little bit over there. This is kind of it. It's like the main area just engulfs the stadium, really.
Yeah, we can. I guess we could walk up that way and go down that way.
Okay.
Yeah, usually like during games, like this area is like absolutely packed with people. And as you can see, like there's still like there's a handful of people eating out here. And what's interesting is this right here said the Blue Moon Beer Garden. And so now Blue Moon is going to be down there, which is interesting. There's like a whole switch up happening down here at the Battery that I think is interesting. Absolutely interesting. He's trying to catch a van, whoever that guy was. Oh, and then interesting enough, I think here, right here, this stage right area, I think is where the announcers are.
Sometimes, yeah, especially when the bigger, like Fox and stuff come out. Yep.
They like hoard this area off like right here in the middle in the Battery, and they'll have like announcers and stuff right there. But yeah, so that was the Blue Moon Garden. And now it looks like it's going to be over there. They're, like I said, they're doing like a whole change up down here.
Well, if you remember our video when we had the baseball game last year that we came to, and it was like the third inning and we couldn't find food in the stadium, hopefully they're switching some of that stuff up so that you don't have that problem anymore.
Yeah. That was terrible. We went like 3 innings trying to find food.
I don't think so. I think we went about 5 or 6 trying to find food, and no one had nachos.
We
anymore.
literally went to every
food.
floor of the stadium too. Like we started on the first, we went up to the second, we went up to the third, we did circles. Nobody had chicken. Yeah. Nobody had nachos. Yeah. And then nobody had, and then it was like the game was over.
Yeah, we got back to the seat. It was like 7th or 8th inning, and we're like, well, that was pointless.
We're like, cool, bro. Thanks for that. But yeah, so like this is usually on in like sprinklers, like so there'll be like tons of kids out here. What else? Yeah, so we had dinner at Yard House tonight. It was okay. Nothing to write home about. It was just the Yard House. Gary pausing to read signs. I will say though, like this whole area is just like bro vibes. So if you are looking for a man, this may be the place that you want to come down to. Because I have seen more men than women down here, which is interesting. But yeah, see, they're still testing the lights. And that's the cow he was talking about right there. And that's the hotel that we're staying in. So be on the lookout for that hotel review because it will be up as well. But yeah, this is pretty much it. This is the Battery. There's not really like a whole lot of shops. There's more restaurants than there is anything. And I'm always like interested to know, like, are the people who are down here people who live in Atlanta and they just come out here to come eat, or are they like tourists who are putting the Battery on like their list of things to go see? I'm very curious to know. And we got Punch Bowl Social up here, and then up here, like this right here, these are apartments, so like you can rent these apartments. Gary and I have talked about this too, like we're like, would you want to live down here? I don't know. I feel like it would be a vibe living down here for sure. And then looks like there's like a bagel place. We got Goldberg. The red parking garage, that is the parking garage we park in every time we come to the Battery, when we come for games. That is our favorite garage to park in because we literally come in and we are right here at the stadium.
They're supposed to stop it.
Apparently not him though. People are supposed to stop, but apparently not him. Not him.
There's the breakfast place, Goldberg's.
Yeah.
I recommended a few times in the Google stuff.
This is a taco place we considered eating at tonight if we couldn't find food elsewhere. Got a lot of construction going on. A lot of construction. Sitka. I don't know what Sitka is. World famous pralines. It smells bad. It smells like something died. It's stinky. It is stanky right there. I'm not really sure how you get to the restaurants that are on the other side of this gate.
My response is usually
There is El Superpan, Latino Kitchen and Bar. And then up here, that right there, that is the Aloft Hotel. So that's a Marriott. And then again, this is more apartment buildings right there. You got another parking lot. You got the Hyundai valet parking, which I have never done valet down here. Looks like we got one of those Fat Tuesdays too. And then you've got the green parking garage. And then if we come up and we go this way, there's more shops that way. But yeah, that's pretty much the Battery, guys. That is pretty much it. I never knew there was a Fat Tuesdays over here.
Yeah, I saw on the maps last night when we were looking for food.
See, you guys can see like they're testing the lights.
Yeah.
Even more so right now, which is crazy. There's a Cutwater cocktail bar. I've had Cutwater cocktails before, like in the cans. They're actually not bad, I have to say. Of like pre-made drinks, they're actually pretty decent. Pretty decent. Gary's filming for the vlog. Just a little behind the scenes here. We're both filming. It's hilarious. It's just how we do. How we do. But yeah, the stadium is really cool. And taking that stadium tour was probably the coolest thing I've done all week. All right, we're gonna walk back over to the hotel. We'll see if we can see more of the drum line. I really wish the drum line would like come out and practice, but I don't know if that's more their thing. I don't really know what they got going on. I could go for some ice cream though. Where I would get said ice cream, I don't know, but I'd go for some ice cream. I don't think the candy shop had ice cream. Okay, so that looks like the bus. Do you remember there was a place at the JFK airport and it had like a little bus in the restaurant? That kind of makes me think of that.
Also makes me think of in Vegas at Lake Promenade. There was those like wannabe like taco trucks right inside the casino. So that makes me think of that too.
Yeah, so we're gonna walk back. I don't know if that gelato place is open.
Looks like it's closed from here, but we can look.
Let's go look at the menu because we considered eating at this place. I'm curious. I am curious. They got quesadillas. They got steak and fish. They got fajitas. And that looks like about it. There's not a whole lot to this menu. But yeah, that is the parking garage that we like. We like red parking. Like I said, guys, a lot of dudes out here. If you're looking for a dude in finance, trust fund, 6'5", come down to the Battery. Looks like the pizza place is open. Maybe I'm gonna go get me some gelato. Let's go get some gelato. Gelato. Who wants to go get gelato? Let's go see. Let's see. could do a single. It's like they have like chocolate, vanilla, caramel, pistachio, cappuccino, chocolate mint. I'm gonna say the stracciatella. It's probably like a strawberry. Huh? Oh, yeah. Sorry. I'm trying to read. It looks like it might be closed, so I don't know.
I think you'd have to go on the pizza to see if maybe it's open, but yeah, it's closed.
Yeah, it looked like it was closed. Oh well. Maybe I'll just go find some candy. Alright, we have almost made it back over to the hotel. So you guys can see. So we're gonna go sit back down. We'll see. If you guys are just joining us, we are down at the Battery which is the field for the Atlanta Braves. We're just down here hanging out because we're staying at that hotel. And the drum line is back in here practicing, which is pretty cool. And the Braves are actually playing the Yankees right now for spring training. And they got that up on the TV. They are winning 4-0, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that's just what we're doing. We're just hanging out. Just hanging out. What are y'all doing? Y'all just hanging out? Is everybody else just hanging out tonight?
1, 2, 3, top of the night.
Yep. There's the camera. What you thinking?
What?
I said, what you doing?
Just looking at that hotel at nighttime. We haven't really been out during the night when I can pay attention to things, so just kind of taking it all in. It's really kind of neat seeing the stadium, being preparing for like home runs and stuff. That's what they're doing.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
I guess we'll go back and sit. I'll sit. I mean, we could probably take you guys up to the room. Or the pool. Yeah. It's actually really nice outside too. Not a whole lot going down though. Just hanging out. Not really sure who Jim Ross is. So we'll probably hang out for like another 10 minutes.
I'm watching the Braves game.
We'll see what else happens. Our room doesn't have like a fantastic view of the stadium. I mean, we can see the stadium from our room, but you kind of have to like bend over and like squat to see it.
Well, I mean, if you were trying to watch them play baseball, yes, but you can see the inside of the stadium, just not really the field very well.
But yeah, it's actually like been really fun just kind of hanging out at the Battery and just kind of being out here.
Yeah, it's a nice little like commerce area. We were talking like the closest thing we can kind of relate it to is like maybe like City Walk without the theme park.
Yeah.
kind of what it feels like. And it's the only place in Atlanta that it kind of feels that way. I mean, there's the area by the aquarium, but that's more like attraction based.
Yeah.
This is kind of the only like mixed shopping with food and entertainment that we know of, at least. If you know of one, let us know in the show notes, but it just seems like the only place they do that. And I feel like it's kind of a missed opportunity with all the people that are in Atlanta.
Which one interesting fact we learned about when we were on the tour is that this used to be over a pipeline.
Well,
And they had to pay millions of dollars to move the pipeline.
Yeah, it's not entirely true, but yeah. So basically the pipeline that connects Canada to basically the Gulf of Mexico ran through here, and it stops at other places along the way. But then it got old and it was leaking, and they had to do maintenance on it. So they decided to, buy the land and move it and repair the pipe. So they didn't really have an option. It's not like it was like out of the blue they decided to purchase it. They had to repair it or it would have stopped working.
Fact.
It's not the full truth, but yeah.
Also, apparently, this is a place where you can get the fastest Wi-Fi.
One of the fastest Wi-Fi in the U.S., yeah. Because the Comcast building, the main Comcast headquarters here. So apparently that's some of the fastest Wi-Fi in the U.S.
Interesting.
Braves, weirdly not so much.
Yeah.
But
We found out a lot about other stuff.
yeah, other stuff kind of connected to the stadium. Other than we know that the oldest rookie of the year played for the Braves.
And how old was he? Like in his
32.
30s?
He was 32. What do you think baseball players typically pay to 40 at max? Most sports players honestly pay to 40 at max. And that's kind of stretching it most of the time.
Stretching it.
What's that?
I said stretching it.
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, Tom Brady was 40 and they were calling him an old man. So that's just how sports work.
Sports are for young people.
Yeah. Just like standing in general admission at concerts.
Yeah. I am not a general admission kind of girl. Thank God when we go see the Backstreet Boys at the Sphere, seated tickets.
And she's thinking about getting sleep token too.
Tomorrow.
Boy.
Tomorrow morning.
That'll be an interesting concert. I've never went to a concert that's like a mixture of a play and music. So that'll be interesting because I feel like that's what the concert's going to be.
And thankfully the tickets go on sale before we leave the hotel, so I'll be setting my alarm tomorrow for pre-sale.
So what's on, like UK time or?
No, it's East Coast time.
What do they drop at, like 8?
8 o'clock tomorrow morning, pre-sale goes on sale. And hopefully I get the pre-sale email with the code. If I don't, it is what it is, whatever. Do I want to see them? Well, do I want to see them? Yes. Will I die if I don't? No. Will I be super bummed if I had to buy a resale ticket? No, because the resale tickets, they are only going through Ticketmaster, so you can't buy them through a third party. So just keep that in mind. And 2, they have also limited that you can only resell them at.
Yes. If you watched 53 minutes and you randomly like sleep token, now we're giving tips on how to get sleep token tickets. Keep that in mind, y'all.
Sleep token. I'm also interested because it will be the well, it's not my first rock concert. I've been to a few rock concerts, but
Yeah.
it'll be probably the first like costumed rock artist I've ever seen. Yeah. I like their music. That's all I can say. I like Sleep Token, and I do want to see them, and I'm going to try and get tickets to the Orlando show. They are coming to Atlanta, but Atlanta's just not my favorite city. So we're going to try and go and see them in Orlando. They do have a show in Atlanta too, but
So you got options.
we do have options. So I hope you guys enjoyed hanging out with us tonight down at the Battery. We're going to start to wrap up here.
Yeah, it was fun. It was fun staying down here. The Brave Stadium's really cool at night. Again, this is the only night we've actually had free to actually like enjoy the atmosphere.
Yeah, and be on the lookout for some future videos with our Brave Stadium tour, our concert night, and
The hotel
review. We got a lot of videos coming out from this trip. So with that being said, I guess we will Catch you in the last one.
Catch you in the next one.
Catch you in the next one. Ain't that the truth, baby Ruth?
Bye, buddy.
Bye. I don't